Hello, hello, hello. Alright, folks. What is going on? We are back playing a little bit more chess here today. The goal, continue the climb. As you can see, we're back up into the mid 400 range. I had a horrible day. Horrible 3-day stretch, if I'm being quite honest, the other day. So, a lot of this is a confidence rebuilder day. I feel like what I had done was watched a little too much YouTube and too much Hikaru videos and all that good stuff, and I just got myself overthinking things. I wasn't just playing my game, and I'm not saying that, you know, watching YouTube videos and whatnot it's bad, but it just put me in a position where I wasn't thinking for myself. I was following moves online and just kind of like hoping for the best. But yeah, I don't want to do that anymore, so I'm hoping to just play my game today, focus on each move, go through basic openings. I literally knew he was going to do that. I feel like I just kind of had a feeling that that was going to be his move. So I feel like a common response is to go here or here. If I go here, it kind of busts up my pawn structure a little bit, but if I went here, does that really open up anything for him? It stops guarding that pawn. That would be bad. What if I just went here? And it kind of kicked him out. There's no trade opportunity if I went there with the knight. Now, in theory, if I went here, it pushes him back again. He's going to have to go there. What does that open up for me? I think if I go here, he could take, but then I take, and then he's back under fire. But it really doesn't help him much. It kind of pins this pawn. But if I went here, and the way he could really prevent that is if I went, what if I went here? What if I went, yeah, what if I went there? And no, it's a little premature on queen development, but that opens up this as a massive opportunity. Because if I go here and attack that square, and then it would be, if he had queen there, it would be take, but then he would lose his queen. Seems solid. Plus now, okay, so this now has 2 defenders, technically 3. Here does nothing. Here. If I went here, that doesn't really do much. What if I push this pawn structure up? I think I'm winning in that trade. Oh, I can't do that. I need a castle. This is something that he's got cooking, but I just don't see anything in the short term. Okay, he plays pawn d6. Nothing too frightening. Now if I go here, takes. Ideally he would take. Maybe he doesn't take. Is there another fancy pants move that I have that I may be overlooking? I could go here, kinda, not really pinning the knight, but I could go all the way out here, pinning the knight to the queen. That doesn't look too shabby. Could just develop my knight, but then it doesn't really have anywhere to go until I start making some other moves. If I went queen there now. Honestly, I always feel like pawn structure is what gets me all worked up. Now, is this not a free pawn? Yeah, I already messed up here. He did not take it. Okay. Now, if I go here, and then he takes, my queen's under attack. And then I could just take back. Go ahead and take it back, unless he just decides to take this, which would then allow me to go there. Okay, I was kind of expecting that. Now this is under attack, but it's defended. He's up a pawn. If I go here, he kind of has to bruise up his pawn structure. Okay, he pre-moved that, fair enough. Now, what does this open up for the boy? If I take that, or if I just went here, kind of forces him out of the way, or I could just go here. I don't really want to offer a trade of that necessarily. I feel like maybe just a threat on this bishop is in order. Yeah, let's do that, because now I can go here. That's a weak square. I doubt he wants to trade this. Okay. Just like that, I believe now I'm skewering, I believe is the phrase, those two pieces. Beautiful. And we're even in peace. And he's going to lose one, I believe, no matter what. So, see how he plays the rest of it out. Okay, so he does... Okay, that was a good move. That was a good move by him. There's got to be a way to still capitalize on this in some way. Is there, though? Is there, though? I could double up the attack on the knight, which really forces him to move it, and I'm using my pieces.
Oh, what is that? Oh my...
We'll see how he proceeds here. He takes, he loses. He goes here. Okay, so take, 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 take. Not good any way you spin the bucket. We could even further attack it. I think that, nah, I don't really want to move that F-pawn yet. Just move our bishop into the open file here. Am I tripping right now? Yeah, I cannot take that now. Oh, that dirty, dirty dog. Now, the only... I have to move that. Shoot. Dang it, man. And if I go here again, I gotta go there. No, I gotta go here because I need to protect this if I can. That one hurts a little bit, but come on, there's got to be a counterattack. How can I counter this? Am I just straight up down a piece? I believe so. So he's going to move this. I'm in check, fair enough. If I just went here, I don't defend it with anything. I need to move it there because I need to, if he goes here and he wants to attack that piece. Okay, now he's getting a little wicked. I don't appreciate it. But now, he's gonna have to move his... Oh, I can't go there. He's gonna have to move the queen again, because if he doesn't, it's gone. My man Henrique. He's been around since 2022. Okay, he just tosses me in check again. Now, if I go here, I think at the end of the day I win a piece no matter what, because I block the check. He can take it, then I just take back with my pawn. I will accept this move. Now he has to choose what he wants to do here. Which one does he want to trade off? Or am I the one that's... We either... Yeah, because that's a free piece now, I think. Either way I spin this. Okay, he chooses not to save his queen. Interesting. Maybe he didn't see it? I'm not sure. Okay, and just like that, we are up big time, baby. Come on now. Come on now. I will gladly go ahead and just back this bad boy out of the way. And we are back in business a little bit. I hope this was a good square to move it back to, just to kind of bring it out of fire. If he goes here, I take. If he goes here, I take. If he goes here, I take. That does nothing. I still need to get this bad boy developed. Okay. Now, with that, if I go here, not only do I attack this, but also start to kind of, you know, launch an attack that direction. I don't know. Is this... Or is there something better that I could be doing? Like forcing him to move his... Yeah. I think that I can force him to move that, and I put him in check! Oh my gosh, let's go. I need to start seeing the bigger picture here. I need to be able to see that stuff kind of, multiple moves ahead. Go ahead and, make your move, bud. Go ahead. And he resigns! And he resigns! The kid takes an early dub. If I look at my game review, I had two that I totally played like an idiot last night, but I won one early this morning, I think. Yeah, I did. I won one early this morning, and then I won one here when I got home from golf. So, let's go drop into this game review. And I'm just mainly looking for blunders that I made. So it's claiming that this was a blunder and that queen to a8 was better. It was defended. It was defended. Oh my gosh, I gotta see that. Okay, king there was bad because he comes down with that. I don't even know. So queen, king, okay, so like, all in all, what was my overall accuracy on this game? Does it tell me? 68.9%. Okay. Where was my big blow-up mistake, though? That's what I want to know. Start the review. Okay, so that was a mistake. That was best. And the reason is... I'm truly not sure. That was apparently a mistake. That was best. Okay, so same move. So, in response to this would have been better. Attack, which maybe trade, then trade. Okay, I could see it. And then we know why this was bad, because I had the pin. Or I had the double attack. Okay, fair enough. We'll go ahead and jump into our next game of the day. Alright, so he goes pawn to e4. I feel like I want to go with a classic Caro-Kann related structure. And then I will go ahead and develop... Now I'll just develop my... Okay. We're cruising right along, because he took, then I'm defending, so good call by me. Do I push? Getting a call. Hello?
Oh, what's up, Ken?
Hey, not much. Just ripping some chess. Just got done cutting my grass and showered.
Yeah, did Grandma know, or anybody?
George texted me about today at 3, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if George got a hold of you or not. It was kind of spur of the moment, so I just wanted to make sure you knew. I didn't know what you had going on today or nothing, but
Yeah, no, I was gonna swing down. What's he whipping up?
he said don't bring anything. He didn't want anybody to bring anything. He just said just spur of the moment. I think maybe burgers and dogs, maybe, and nothing. That's it. You can come, but not. No big deal. But I got up to 8:30 now.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm kind of really starting to feel it. Like these dudes that are in the high sevens. That this last dude was just 8:37. I'm starting to feel like I have a higher chess IQ than a lot of the guys in that range.
Like,
I don't know.
they might know a couple little, cute little tactics, but your overall, like, chess experience and stuff shows up more than theirs.
It feels like it, because I mean, I'm feeling like I'm getting these guys into bad positions, and just being honest, not that we don't all screw up, but typically, like at this level right now, if I do lose a game, it's because I got distracted or something and did something stupid.
Right.
Played when I shouldn't have played or whatever. And that by no means don't mean I think I'm gonna go out and beat 1,000 guys or 900 guys.
Right.
Just right now where I'm at, I don't feel like I've reached my peak without further instruction or training or videos or whatever. I feel like I still have a little upside left before I plateau.
Right.
I'm gonna see where I end up, because it's attrition. If you keep winning 2 and losing 1 even, you're gonna steadily and slowly climb eight points at a time.
Oh, at least. Yeah, because on average, you end up, I feel like you end up trending upwards. I feel like it's more often that I play someone who's a little bit of a higher rank, so you win an extra point here and there if you beat those guys.
Yeah, and don't lose as much as you lose.
Exactly. So that all kind of balances out.
Yeah, it's pretty structured, pretty cool, but yeah, I just, my opening's probably terrible. It's I do is that one guy we were at your house a month ago, we're watching video, that stupid little opening up my bishop and queen, but a lot of times them dudes leave that pawn hanging and I get them with my rook now, or knight now, but most of the time they let me get them in check immediately. I drop the queen back down and then slide up into that corner next to the rook sometimes, and then they move, if they move their bishop down, I put it in check with that, and then drop the queen and put them in check, and then go up and they say figured out want to trade queens. I just go up and take the rook.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems but that's only going to fly so long. So I can't. I've got to adjust this at some point.
Yeah, sooner or later you'll adjust, but I mean, for now, shoot, let it ride.
I'm going to keep letting it ride until, like I said, until I plateau. And find out, you know, winning one and losing one, winning one and losing one, then I'm gonna have to think about, okay, if you're gonna advance in this game, you know, you're gonna have to come up with something different strategies.
Yeah.
You know, right now it's all just pragmatic moves. You know, start with what you start with, and then make the move that makes the most sense on the next play.
Yeah, I think that there comes a time where, like, I mean, honestly, even the stuff I watch online a lot, again, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but they say even that Indian dude that we watched that one night, I actually really like his stuff. I really like his content. He plays at, like, the 2200 level, basically, from what I see, like, with just a move or two out. So I really feel like until you're, like, really up there and you're, like, almost dang near, like, a local professional, you don't need to be worrying too hard.
Maybe we're overestimating just how good a lot of the players are. Like, you don't have to be a chess wizard to get up into the 700-800 range at some point. That's when you start getting, you're talking even into the 2000 range. It's not.
From what I see on his play and the way he explains things, nothing about it is like, oh wow, like he's just doing stuff that like I never even imagined. Like he's just playing simple chess. Simple chess. Do not overcomplicate. Simple chess. He takes the cookie, and the juicer takes it back. Like it just simple stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times that works, especially if you're confident. I don't know why. I feel I kind of quit doing it because I don't know if it's always the best move, but I feel a lot more confident when we whittle down the pieces.
Simplify the game.
Yeah, like, you know, I don't mind trading the queen. If he wants to get out of check by trading queen, sometimes I oblige because I feel like I can manage that better than him. With, like you said, with simplifying the game with less pieces.
Yeah.
But you definitely find guys that rate bishops versus knights and vice versa higher than the other because they're really willing to trade a bishop for a knight a lot more than I realize.
Well,
I'm like, wow.
a lot of that, from what I've seen, depends on the pawn structure that you want to go with. Meaning, like, okay, I'm up 6 material on this guy right now. He's rated 465. I'm back up to 450 again.
There you go.
What was I gonna say though?
The pawn structure.
The pawn structure is what drives which bishop you're more willing to trade off. Like if you have your pawn structure primarily on the white spaces, you might then deem it okay to trade off your light squared bishop because it's most likely going to end up being blocked by your pawn structure versus the dark squared bishop.
Yeah, and I find the same thing with check. You know, when a guy later in the game has, you know, whatever color bishop, well, you just keep your king on the opposite color and he can never get you.
Exactly. Yeah.
As long as you don't do something stupid and force yourself into going into that position. But that's the whole idea, is not letting him force you to do what you don't want to do, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's just like this conversation. I was just going to give you a quick, hey, we're going to be at George's at 3. I'll see you down there if you're coming. But the game is like kind of like I don't know. It's fun.
Oh, it's fun as heck. I've been enjoying the heck out of it lately.
It's a lot of things beyond fun, challenging, frustrating. I don't know what else, but it's a lot of things.
I like associating like everything with it now. Like even just the way I was cutting my grass, like not that I was making chess patterns, but just thinking like, oh yeah, like the way you turn the mower might, you know, you could argue that there's some degree of similarity in like the way that your chess game might go. Like if I turn the mower this way, then it sets myself up to actually on my back path, cutting the route along the house back up is easier because I went this way originally, but I had to make that decision 3 turns ago. You know what I mean?
No, I do. Yeah, building strategies into things and like, you know, everything, symmetry and I don't know, like patterns and stuff. Like, it's even just like how they say about space and getting into numbers and binary. You know, like everything can be structured out. That is really mathematics too, in a way. It's geometry maybe or whatever, but it's kind of the same idea. Like it's, I even do the same thing with no, I forget what I was going to say too now. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I do the same thing. No. What was I was going to, I know what I was going to say. Frank always uses the analogy, and you don't even play chess, but when we're talking about something about a situation with business, probably more on the investment side or something, that, you know, you're moving from checkers into chess, like a more complex level.
Yeah,
Not even using,
what's he say?
well, just meaning chess is a lot more complex than checkers.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. Not that it really ties chess into that, whatever we're doing, just using the analogy. But some people realize it's a more complex game, I guess, than checkers. Sometimes when dudes start running their mouths, I do say, hey, you should try checkers. If I don't got nothing else to say.
That is a good little a little back. I actually think that I might have a checkmate here worked up. I almost
Even while you're sidetracked
even
on the call.
yeah, and I actually almost like not as like a shot against you, was almost like shoot, like I shouldn't have frickin' got on this stupid call. Like now I'm gonna ruin it. But I think that it might be over. Dang, I can't hit FaceTime for some reason. To show you the position.
Oh, mine does that too sometimes, and it's grayed out or something.
Yeah, mine's like that right now. Cause I have a queen, bishop. I have my. It's gonna be too hard to even explain. We don't know the files all that well, but the E file I'm stacked, and his king's in check right now with a queen, bishop, and a rook all in the E file.
Whose move is it? His?
His,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm check, you
he's
said,
in
yeah.
check. He can't go down because he's in check next to my queen. Then I can simply put him back in check, which he can't take back because my bishop's guarding that blue square. Then on F2, I'm black, and then after that I can just. I think it's over. I really do think it's over.
How much time you got left?
Well, I've got 3 minutes. He's got 4.5, but he hasn't made a move in probably at least 60 seconds. He's probably puzzled, realizing that it's
He's
over.
really thinking, yeah. He's trying to come up with something crazy.
Yeah, you always do. Okay, so here's my thought process. So, dang, I wish I could show you live. Wait. If I go there, he simply has to move again, and he cannot take it back, which pushes him one more. Yeah, hold on. Let me call you right back.
No. Hello.
Yeah, did you get that picture?
Oh, I'm driving now.
Oh.
So I didn't know.
Right, well, you'll see it. You'll see why. Checkmate. Yeah, I just got it. I was going to wait and see if you could see the picture, but yeah, I just took him down.
So